What's happening, everybody? I am the Reverend Raff, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
We are the Two Dudes Who Talk Music, and we are back today with another reaction video for you guys.
Hell yeah.
And this is a pretty cool one. We've had to kind of jump on this one pretty quick, right? So
I like it when that happens.
I do. I like it when we can get something like that going on. Why is there a line across there? Probably because of a cat hair. There we go. Now, you guys know we like to find stuff that's a bit unique and interesting and whatever. And look, we have dabbled a little bit in our own lives with Sleep Token, checking out a couple of songs here or there, but not really listening all too much.
Nothing's stood out enough to grab me.
Nothing with like a critical or analytical ear or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, if it's on or whatever, it's there, but we've never really paid too much attention to it. And I mean, look, I know enough to know that they're anonymous. I know there's some people that think they've figured out who they are. If that's you, please don't go in the comments throwing their names around.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
We don't want to know. A lot of people like not knowing. Just let people enjoy that. Let people enjoy
I know these guys do a lot of singing, and it delves into a bit of an R&B flavour.
Yes, very broad genre.
They're very broad spectrum
so
as far as their musical taste
which is
goes.
great. Like I'm excited to explore that and see what's going on. But they've just announced a brand new album coming out real soon. They've dropped a track from it. So we're going to be diving in today and checking this one out. This is Emergence from Sleep Token. It's not a music video. I think it's like a visualizer, but the idea is we wanted to get on this one and just get our thoughts
and feelings.
And see what's going on with it, before we've listened to too much of it in clips and other forms and fashion and stuff like that.
Yeah. If it's going as Burko as what everyone thinks it is, I can't wait to hear it. And 6 minutes of pure song, it looks like. So
I'm excited. I'm keen to see where this one goes. So let's just dive right in with Emergence by Sleep Token.
You were late in bus, living on a promise.
Wow.
Well, I am the rose you relinquished again. You and I are down head first in another world I have a feeling we're close to the end. So come on, come out from underneath who you were. Come on now. You know that it's time to
I just paused there before we get too much further in.
Let's just talk about how good the harmonies were and how they just came in and came out. They were just real subtle. Like that was special. That was a beautiful intro.
It is, and you saw me kind of like close my eyes and just be in it.
Yeah,
and it's the voice.
Yeah,
that's what it is for me. It like that voice is absolutely entrancing and intoxicating. It is enhanced by the incredible production because they've obviously got a great production team there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that low bit that just came in is intentional pitch shifting and formant adjustment and things like that. But sorry, I saw the cat move in the thing, and I'm like, where the fuck? But I'm really digging and I don't know if this one gets kind of bigger and heavier or how this one goes, but everything about this is like when we talk about having the complete package, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's, and I know we're not really seeing it in the video here, but like the presentation of the gimmick and the idea and the way they're visually and thematically presenting everything, the lore that they have, the deep lore that they've built for their characters and the way they've set all that up, just going along with absolutely incredible music. We say that if you're going to rely on the music alone, you need to be in like the top 0.01% of skill. These guys are in that, and then they're still adding
yeah,
the
and they're
extra
still
shit on
doing all the
top,
extra layers, the artistic layers that go on top of it.
which is, I think,
But see,
why they've rocketed so much.
by not putting a face, or for me, not putting a face to it, I guess it goes to that whole thing of what we've spoken to about so many people on podcasts here, is that nobody really gives a shit about what you do in your spare time. Just bring out great music.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And this is what this seemed like. They kept the anonymity to a point until it got fucking shafted. And it was just like, no, here's great music. Don't worry about who we are or what we're doing. And yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really, really digging that. We'll go back just a little bit because I'm wondering if we're getting a build there. But I'm getting like chills from that voice, like chills down the back of my neck from that. It's crazy good. Okay.
Oh, the offbeat. That.
Okay, so it stays in 4/4, but they syncopate.
That offbeat keeps fucking with my head. I know it's like it's supposed to go somewhere else, but it's not there.
That was great. That was so good.
Have these guys found the formula of really bringing a bit of warmth back into because it feels like it's given that. It feels like this is being produced by a rapper. Like this could have been like a Instagram or a SoundCloud rapper kind of deal where it's got those real, but it's almost like a metal band has asked for that production to be in there because they want it to gel together.
I'm not sure.
For some reason, the depth in the production, it just feels a lot different.
I do. I mean, again, I've limited knowledge on here. Like, I get what you're saying. I feel like what I'm getting is possibly just maybe not even a rap producer necessarily, but just a very experienced production team as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like the people that have been involved with this are clearly like top of the game. Like they're the kind of people that are like running with the best people in the business in terms of the quality of what they can do. And I like that, that this is a project where the people involved are going, right, the only rule is that there is no rules.
Yeah.
And they are going absolutely apeshit and exploring some very unique territory and bringing a depth and like not even depth, like a heft, a weight to it, an emotional weight to it.
Yeah.
At every step of the way.
Yeah. Like it's one of those things where it's one of these things where you say it doesn't need distortion in order for it to be heavy.
Yeah, like there's like musically heavy and there's emotionally heavy and spiritually heavy, which is what this is. Like this is clearly a song that has a lot of emotional and spiritual weight to it. And that's being communicated really, really well. And look, again, while we have very limited knowledge of Sleep Token and the lore and the backstory on a lot of the things, I'm sure there's a lot of little elements alluding to different things and references that, you know, we might be not as aware of. So if there is any of that stuff and you're like a diehard Sleep Token fan and you know all the bits and bobs and everything, please let us know in the comments about like references and little allusions to other things throughout here, because like we love that sort of stuff. We love getting that sort of stuff in the comments. We'll keep going. I feel like it's going back into like a lower part, and I wouldn't be surprised if it picks up even higher again after that. Like this feels like this song is going to have waves and just kind of build and gradually just get bigger and bigger as it goes through. So let's check that out.
Glory to the Legion, trauma for the neighbors. I've got solar blessed, we got dead guns, space dust, oil fuel
Get
roads,
out of
dark
here.
days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, my tear right through my
So they're
skin.
repeating that last drum pattern with the love it.
Your half-life and lockstep in the universe and your well-versed in the afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below. No matter what you do, no matter where you go.
Okay,
Oh,
change
wow.
again. That's going to be a great bit. I want to get that. But that's exactly right. Like they've brought back when they kind of went into that like trip hoppy thing before.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back with the guitars and the drums. And one thing
Really
I do know
figured
about
it out.
Sleep Token is their drummer is fucking insane.
Yeah, because that was insane. Those fills.
The
and
fills,
they
little
weren't-
like extra bits, the like
Yeah.
all the little rhythmic stuff he was doing there, the cross rhythms, the syncopation on beats, the little like ding 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 bits, and that's the
These guys tasty. These guys tasty. I don't know what I heard before that didn't actually kick me in the ass to go into these like full hog, but this has definitely got me there.
I've
I'll
got
be
to go
checking a
back.
lot more
I've
out.
been,
Yeah, I've
it's
got to
one of
go
these
back.
things I've been meaning to go back and listen to it, but I know it's the kind of stuff that you have to listen to properly, like old school. Like you have to treat it like an album and sit down and listen to it, not put it on while you're doing something else, not do whatever. You got to like sit down and just drink it in its
Yeah,
fullness.
so that's the problem. My ass, if I try and do something else, half my day's going to be standing going, oh, what they just do? Oh, go back, do that again.
Yeah. But yeah, I like how they've replicated the earlier sort of trip hoppy bit with the like the metal and the rock instrumentation there, and really gone in on that. And that like super low guitar that they got down to was just at what one thing that I don't know if you picked this up or not. Despite how low that guitar got there, I don't think you could ever call it djenty.
No, it didn't hit that mud point.
It didn't hit like the djenty sort of production on it, which I appreciate because for a lot of the time, simply because heavy guitar going that low is so often associated with djent and that djenty sound, that's a go-to. A lot of people go to that sound for it, but they've not done that here. It's heavy, it's full and thick and deep, but it's not relying on that djentiness to have that punch.
Nah.
Which is very, very cool.
I wonder
You
how many
don't hear that
guitarists.
much.
Probably
Sorry?
one.
I
One
think
guitarist.
I think one, because I think, and please, fans, Sleep
Yeah.
Token fans,
School us.
please school us down in there. I think there's
Oh, well, are there three of them?
5. So there's like, I think they're all Vessel. So there's Vessel is the singer,
Oh,
and all the other
okay.
ones are like, I think Vessel 2, 3, 4, and
4.
5.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I don't know. Please educate us, please.
Either
in the
way,
thing. I know, but-
like it's such a big full sound.
And look, I feel like regardless of how many guitarists they've got, this is a band that isn't afraid to use, support tracks as part of their
Oh yeah.
show.
If they wrote it,
Yeah, I want to get a bit of this bit again. I want to hear some of this bit again.
Yeah.
But then we'll lead into the section that was following.
So alive, might tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well-fascinating afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified.
Oh, okay. Now I've got it.
What you do, no matter where you go. You might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind go quiet. And nothing else is quite the same as how I feel when I'm at your side. Come on,
Man,
out from underneath who Come on now. You know that it's time
It's Deftones. It's the new Deftones.
no, okay. You know
No,
what
it's
it
just
is?
dead set. It's the up. It's like if it's
The way
mate.
that exploded into that
Ah,
the way in my head when that part kicked in and I heard just it was like I heard that bit, it was almost just like an explosion of white light from it. There's only two other bands that I've ever had that sensation from when like listening to their music.
mm,
One is Pink Floyd,
yeah,
the other one is Devin Townsend.
fair enough. Fair enough. That
Like,
exploded. Like, that exploded in my heart like a Deftones song. That's how that made me
but
feel.
I
That
get
just
what
went,
you mean.
yeah.
I do get what you
I
mean.
just like and the way it's sort of oh wow, these guys are unreal. I cannot believe I've been sleeping on this.
Mm.
I'm actually really sad that or really happy because now I just have a lot more to listen to in such a
Yes.
short amount of time instead of having to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely. I mean, and I was listening back when we went back to that like super heavy bit before the guitars. I'm almost wondering if there's synth really well blended with the guitar
Maybe.
to give that fullness in it. Could maybe I'm just
I
hearing it. Maybe
mean,
I'm just
dude,
imagining it. But
there is a million questions I have for these lot as far as production goes. Just with
yeah,
how crisp this is, it's just like you could just talk about what they did with this song all day. Do you
hundred
know what I
percent.
mean? You can just hear the amount of care and time that's been taken and just mastery.
Yeah, there's so much to dissect,
There is.
and I think that's the key thing there. It's like there's just when you have a project with this much passion in it and this much thought in it, there's always going to be layers upon layers that, especially on the first time through, you won't hear. Like I have a feeling if we were to go back and listen to this song 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, we'd probably still be picking up on new things every single time.
Oh shit. I mean, you
So
just listen to his vibratos when it came back into the softer part, and just sometimes they can get very harsh, especially when you repeat them and you keep doing them. But his was so subtle. Him using like doing it again and again and again and again. It just made it. It just made it what it was, and it was so subtle and beautiful. And oh,
the word I've arrived at the word that I was searching for in my head to describe his vocals. Ethereal. Like it
yeah,
really, and I know the whole point is that he's like a vessel for something else and whatever, and that's kind of the whole point. But like that's really what it is. Like this is the voice that we're hearing here. Like is that to me sounds like something that is just beyond human in terms of
yeah,
the what it's bringing through. And like I love when we can find a vocalist that's able to do that, where it transcends, you know,
yeah.
what And there's extreme vocals in terms of heaviness and gutturals and screaming stuff and what like Will Ramos and Alex Terrible can do and
Terrible. Yep.
all this kind of stuff. But then there's something like this, which is a clean vocal that is just so, the tone of it is just so perfect that it feels impossible for a person to create.
Yes. Yes.
That gives it
it's almost angelic.
it's angelic,
sense,
ethereal.
like,
It's beyond. Yeah, it just feels.
what
It's
I
a
expect
weird
to
thing.
hear when I take my final breath and I'll get taken through whatever gates I get taken through. I expect to hear this type of voice.
No, we're going the other place, bro.
Regardless, I just want it to be beautiful. I know we're going to the other place, but just make sure as long as it sounds good.
All right, let's get into this next bit. It's the vocal melody.
Yeah, I know. You can hear it.
Arms around me.
I wonder if he's going to start screaming the other part. Sax. Oh, bring it on.
Very nice. A slow fade out.
Oh, wow. What do you do? What do you do with these lot? Like, what do you actually do? Can you imagine these lot just
Hold on.
going,
What's this?
all the flags gone? Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Giant twig monster. Stick man.
Okay, so there's clearly a lot more, like they're going deep in the story again and the lore and everything of that, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, Devin Townsend is immediately like what comes to mind for me in terms of the diversity of what I'm hearing here.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you listen
realistically, that one riff sort of brought me back into the Deftones thing, but the rest of it, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what I mean. Like, you listen to anything from Devin Townsend Project and like across the breadth of an album, you will get that sort of variety across, certain songs and across the album. You will have all sorts of crazy stuff on there. And he defies genre in a way that, a lot of people try and don't necessarily succeed at to the same level. But I feel like if it was even possible, Sleep Token is really going, all right, we see you. We're going to up the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, Devin Townsend's a one-man wrecking ball when you look at it as a whole, but it's like almost these lot have almost turned around and gone, it's not heavy enough, and gone, yeah, we know. Do you know what? And there's I find there's an appreciation to that, especially considering the gothic look and the aesthetics that go along with it. Throwing in those really heavy parts this is what I would call music for the soul.
Yes.
Like this is from now on, if I don't know what I want to listen to, Sleep Token's going on because it's just going to just it's going to take me somewhere where I need to be.
Yeah. And there's like, here's the thing. This is one song, right? There is I'm keen to go and check out a lot more. Like I said, we need to get stuck in. Maybe that's something we can do for the
100%.
Patreon, like chill out with some drinks and record the whole, record ourselves reacting to the whole like first album, and then maybe even this one once it's fully dropped, and checking that out and getting right into all of that. But I mean, look, that was incredible. Like, I mean, hey, we're late to the party on this. We're late to the party with these guys, but. If you're a diehard, if you've been a fan of Sleep Tokens from way back, and you know all the juicy lore and details and stuff, give us the info. Fill us in, please.
No names though. Don't spoil the names.
We do not need to know the names of the actual people behind it. If you know it, or even if you think you know it, or if whoever's speculated it to be, whatever, please just leave that out. We don't care. We don't want to know that information. A lot of fans don't want to know that information. So please don't go spoiling anyone's fun with that. But any like lore, like the actual story and the lore behind the characters and everything, we're really, really keen to find out. So
what is this vessel possessed by? I want to know who accommodates this vessel, these vessels.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited to check out more though and learn more. But look, that's all from us today. Thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it, especially if you've watched this far into the video. If you have watched this far into the video, we hope that you've found something to enjoy, and we consider throwing us a like and subscribe, and maybe hit that little bell, that little notification bell down there.
Do it.
And hey, we do even have a Patreon. We do have a Patreon, so if you're interested in checking that out, please feel free. Go over there. It's just a couple bucks a month. But that's all from us for now. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, downvote the shit out of it. I have been Raff. He is the beer buddy, Kyle. That was Emergence from Sleep Token, and it was fucking amazing. Awesome. Certified tasty. And we will see you next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel, and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.